I understand your
Thank you.
Yes.
My name is Jeff Hurst. I'm from San Francisco, California. I've been in Japan for 12 years, mostly in Tokyo. I've been in Fukuoka for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years this July. So I'm very happy to be in Fukuoka.
Thank you.
It's a little bit easier to relax here than Tokyo. And the food down here is terrific, so it's a good place to be a chef. Anyway, today we're talking about summer things. Summer's coming up pretty soon, so I wanted to do a segment on hot weather food so we can get ready for that. Today we talk about herbs. We can't cover all the herbs because we'll have to do that in another class. But we'll go over a few of them. And we're going to talk about relishes and salsas. Because these are things that are easy to make in the summertime, and the fruits are very nice in the summertime. And you can prepare in your home without maybe a lot of heat. So there's basically 4 or 5 types we're going to do. But what I want to do is go through and make all of them first. And then come back and do the plating with the food and the tasting. I think if we don't do it that way, it'll take too long. It'll take 5 hours or so. So we don't have that much time. So I'm going to start right away. And the first one, I'm going to go a little bit out of order. We had a basil pesto last time we were here, but we didn't make it. It just showed up. And Ms. King was curious about how we do that here. And I have a unique way that I do it, that I like to do it, and I'm going to teach you that today. The first thing I start off with is parsley. Regular parsley. There's two kinds of parsleys, basically. Regular parsley, or they call curly parsley, and flat leaf parsley, or Italian parsley. Normally, this is the one we're going to eat and garnish with, and eat the whole leaves and so forth. This one is what we're going to chop and use in food. Because this one has a very, very powerful calorific flavor, green flavor. Both of them are very healthy. All herbs are very healthy. What herbs do, the chlorophyll in them cleanses your body and detoxes you. So, it's a really good idea to eat lots of herbs. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do with the regular parsley, I'm going to put it into boiling water for about 45 seconds to a minute. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm locking in the green. I'm freezing the green because the green is very important to me in the sauce. Okay. So that cooked down. That was about 45 seconds, right? And then I'm going to go right into some ice water. Just like that. Let it get all the way cold there. Then I'm going to take it and dry it on a paper towel. And wring all the water out of it. This same thing like we talked about 2 weeks ago. When we do with vegetables, blanching vegetables, locking in their flavor, locking in their color. It's the same principle here. Then I'll get all the water out of it. So I'm going to just wring it out like a dish towel. Really get all the water out of it. Because I don't want to get water into our sauce. If there's water in the sauce, then it won't have a very nice consistency. Texture. Okay, so here we go. Then I'm just going to chop this a little bit and take the biggest stems out, but the smaller stems, I'm just going to leave them in there. There's no point in taking them out because I'm going to puree it. We did talk about the importance of sharp knives last time. It's very important to have a sharp knife for many reasons. The food tastes better. Are you with me?
So do you chop the stem also?
Yeah, I just took the biggest part of the stem off
Oh, yeah?
and threw it away. But the rest of the small stems,
Yes.
I leave them in there because I'm doing this just basically for color. Then, I'm going to go into the blender with it, with extra virgin olive oil. Last time we talked about olive oil, basically there's more than two types, but there's basically two types. Extra virgin olive oil and regular olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil comes from the first pressing. And if it's good olive oil, the first pressing is done when it's cold. The olives are cold pressed. Very important. If they heat up the olives, they could get a lot more oil out of them, but it also spoils the taste. So that's okay for regular olive oil or for low quality olive oil. That's why you probably wonder when you're in the store, in a good store, and you're looking at extra virgin olive oils, and then there's some that are very expensive, and there's some that are, I won't say any name brands, but there's some that are really cheap, and they're all extra virgin olive oil. It's because, first of all, the grade of the olive, how good the olive is, and also the process and how they make it, and how much they make at a time. So these big companies that make cheap extra virgin olive oil, they're probably heating up the olives, and they're probably buying from the bottom, from the range of quality of olives. They're probably selecting from the bottom and doing all kinds of things to them. That's why they don't really taste good. Making olive oil is like anything else. It's like making wine. You have to have good product and high skill to do it right. To make it nice. Then I'm gonna puree this in the blender for a few minutes. It's gonna be a little bit loud here.